Rod, a 3-2 defeat here at VCD out of the Kent Senior Cup. How did you see that one?
Yeah, listen, it's we've come here tonight against a team that I thought was very organised and you know, they all work for one another, and I thought they were very good, VCD, if I'm being honest. But, you know, disappointed with ourselves, the way we've conceded the goals. I don't think we give ourselves a real platform to try and sort of win the game. Although at the end we threw the kitchen sink at it, really. And I think we was unlucky to not come back into it at 3-3, and obviously everybody in the ground see an absolute stonewall penalty. But there you go, we never got it. Just more disappointed from, I wouldn't say it was night and day from Saturday, the way we was organised on Saturday, but I think you could see there was a difference in us tonight slightly, and some of the personnel was different, and I think that was quite obvious to see tonight that the way we conceded them 3 goals on Saturday, I didn't think we looked like we was going to concede at all. Just a bit disappointed with going down 2-0, and then all of a sudden we've had to sort of change your shape, change your personnel. There is a lot of players in there at the minute, like Christian, and obviously Scott's had to come in for us tonight, who's carrying knocks. Ezzy wasn't really fit, as you know, before the game. Listen, I wouldn't say it's been a long night, because I thought there was some good football. I thought there was a lot of positives out of the game as well. I thought we played some really good stuff. I thought you look at VCD, the way they defended for their lives, and I said that to the boys in there, I thought was a credit to them. You know, there was a lot of blocks, and I think there was one we had 3 efforts on 1 goal right at the end there to get the equaliser. But yeah, just disappointed with the result, because as I said to him, listen, this is a cup that you was holders of last year, and we wanted to try and still have a run in it. But in the same respect, you know, I've only just come back in, and I can sort of see where the squad is a little bit depleted, if I'm being honest. There's players there that I think, you know, have to sort of learn that they have to put in sort of performances week in, week out. And I think tonight, some played well Saturday, and then some didn't play so well tonight. And it was good to look at some other new ones. You know, we put Fred in goal tonight. Have a look at Fred. Shaq Pote's come up, you know, started the game tonight, which he did it Saturday. Obviously, we never had Zach tonight. We never had Dobbo tonight. And obviously, we put Kai on the bench to just give Freddie a run. So, listen, the game was for that, really, to give some of the others a chance. And what it does is just gives me loads of food for thought.
Obviously, it's a free weekend this weekend with the FA Cup, and us not being involved. So, how much you talk about food for thought? I mean, having a week now to prepare for the next league game at Ramsgate, how beneficial is it to have that weekend just to regroup? If we are looking at bodies and maybe bring new people in and moving people out, does it give time to do that, really?
100%, Ollie, because I just think, you know, I haven't sat down. I don't know what budget's what. I don't know what players are on what. It's just been a bit of a roller coaster picking up the bits and pieces from Saturday. Had a great win on Saturday, and then obviously we've had tonight where we've had to sort of come and play this game, and it probably wasn't ideal, if I'm being honest. But we've got to do it, you know, at the end of the day. It's a competition that we won last year, and we wanted to do it. So now I think we have to really sit down with Howard and whatnot and see where we are with the figures, see what money's available. I could already see in some areas that we probably need to strengthen in. And I think that's what the next week's got to be, you know, ready for the Margate game. That, you know, I think we need to be stronger. 1 or 2 of them need to sort of try and overcome these little knocks. And I think we need to get the other boys back if we can, that wasn't available tonight. So there's loads of work to be done, you know, and I knew that even after Saturday. Saturday wasn't going to be, oh yeah, all of a sudden we've arrived and it's just going to be easy. We knew Saturday that it was great because it was the FA trophy, and tonight was a different cup, but there was 2 different performances. And as I said, the personnel that's come in have done okay, but I think we need to try and really see if we can bring, I'd say, 2 or 3 players in that are going to probably make us stronger in areas, and maybe a bit of experience here and there if they're affordable. So I think that's going to be important. How we're going to go over the next week, what's available, and what can we do with it. So there ain't no quick fix here. I don't think by the Ramsgate game we're going to be, it's all going to be, you know, resolved and all the players will be in the door, because by the time you put a 7-dayer in for someone, there's your 7 days. But what we've got to do is just make sure that we are out there and being active, and if, you know, if the deal's right, then we look to bring someone in, and hopefully that'll give us a little bit more a bigger squad going forward.
With all that in mind, and talking about the squad and players, and where does that leave your situation? Because obviously it does feel a bit all up in the air with what's going on, as far as I know anyway. And is it very much a week by week basis at the moment, and your job at the moment is to tidy stuff up and then see where it goes?
Yeah, I think there's a lot that's going on, Ollie, really sort of, on and off the pitch. So I just think, obviously, all I can do is take care of the pitch side of it. So, what I'm trying to do is just come in and just try and sort of settle it down. And I only know what I know through hearing different people's opinions, points of view. So it's just going to be a case of just trying to come in. Obviously, the league is the most important one out of all of them. We need to try and climb up that table. And it's my job to try and be here as long as we need to try and just get the club back to where it needs to be, which is stabilising it. The team needs stabilising, and then once we can hopefully get a few positive results and start climbing up the table, then we can all look at having another conversation from there. But all I'm here to do at the minute is just to try and work as hard as I can to try and give the club, the supporters, Howard and everything, a team that can go out and win more games than they losing. And at the minute, that's the aim. So I'm not rushing away. Listen, we've just got to all work together, and I thought the supporters are very good again tonight. I think they understand. They're football people. They understand. I'll come in at 10 o'clock on Friday. I don't know any of the players. And we've tried to have a go tonight, but I thought we've also got to give a bit of credit to VCD. I thought they really worked hard, and it's probably a tough place to come, but we definitely need to improve because there's 2 or 3 areas that I know we need to be a lot stronger in if we're going to compete in the Ryman Prem.
Thanks, Rob.
Cheers, mate.